Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 AMMNA Championships here in Perth. We are here today for an under-23s match. It is day 5, the final day of round-robin competition before finals kick off tomorrow. And for South Australia today, it is do or die for them, sitting in the top 4 currently. However, playing the top 2 teams today, all on the line for them. This game between Victoria and South Australia should be an absolute cracker. Joining me today is Matthew Blomley.
Good morning.
Looking forward to this one there today, Matt?
Oh, absolutely. South Australia have really been an improving state in this junior space for the last couple of years. Strong in the 17s, making the grand final last year. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. Had some Australian players come through this side. Very exciting.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. South Australia, one for me to watch. Probably not the way that they wanted to be, having to play the top 2 teams today to try and make finals, but I am excited to see what they do, and I think they'll give Victoria a little bit of a problem. I'll pass over to you, Matt, for the starting lineups for both teams.
All right, for South Australia, in goal shooter, Deacon Hamilton. Goal attack, William Sampson. Wing attack, Saxon Hay. In the centre bid, we've got Jordan Dutrom. Freddie Taylor is the wing defence, and goal defence is Jacob Searle. Goalkeeper and captain, Ethan Ashworth. For Victoria, in goal shooter, we've got Brodie McLeish. Goal attack is Connor Lilly. Wing attack is Cam Hughes. In the centre, Anthony Maniapoto. In wing defence is William Ureta, losing my words already. In goal defence, we have Tristan Cummins, and in goalkeeper, we have the blonde bombshell himself, Flynn Poppersill.
Yeah, great start for both teams, though. Miss on there from Connor Lilly. South Australia will look to put this one through on the board. Now South Australia moving the ball down the far side of the court. Almost struggling to bring the ball through, but fantastic drive.
Nice patience through the attack so far for South Australia.
Yeah, look, fantastic dodge there from Hay to find the edge of the circle. Pushing the ball back, though not an option inside the circle at the moment for South Australia. Great defensive pressure from Victoria. They do sit in a man-to-man, and Pospisil out on the fly.
Yeah, struggling to hit circle edge, South Australia. Makes that feed a bit difficult when you've got people like Pospisil and Comans behind. You don't want to be putting it off from outside. Turnover again for South Australia, though. Victoria struggling in attack.
Yeah, look, not able to bring the ball through quite easily at the moment, but look, South Australia, here we go, out through Sampson. Finding Hamilton inside the circle. A nice shot there from Hamilton to put the ball through the ring. 2-1 now to South Australia with the centre pass. Hay through Sampson. And Hamilton with the ball inside the circle. Nice shot from Hamilton there.
A nice little 3 in a row for the South Aussies.
Lilly finding Hughes down on the drive into the pocket. Maniapoto up through the top. Nothing inside the circle for him. Hughes. Front cut back through the top of the circle. Sloppy pass there from Victoria, but still able to keep possession.
They're nice patient kicking it back to top. Nothing's on, so let's go again.
Yeah, defensive pressure from South Australia is great at the moment. Oh, Jacob Searle with the fly. Unfortunate penalty there for him, but McLeish with the shot.
Yeah, well picked up in the end.
Nice drive from Hay off the centre pass, able to front cut. Look, he's a fantastic player for South Australia, making that Australian squad last year as well.
Yeah, certainly took the opportunity. We'll see what he's got to bring for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, great shot from Hamilton. Look, South Australia will be happy with the start, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 4 minutes in and they've got the lead. They're really commanding their attack line and being patient. Victoria have just struggled a little bit on the through from transverse to the top of the circle.
Yeah, McLeish, nice little front ball. Connor Lilly offloads to Brodie McLeish, who puts the ball through the ring for Victoria. Hay finding himself off the line really easily at the moment.
Sporting some really solid trades as well is Hay.
If only the rest of us could still have the hairline.
Much younger and clearer hairline. Beautiful circle edge. Unfortunate on the feed.
Great drive from Dutram.
And that's where they need to be feeding from, is that top of the circle.
Yeah. Pressure on the outside of the circle here. Hay swings the ball. Great work from Hamilton. Oh, shot up, but rebounds to Pospisil. Victoria on the fly through the court. That's a great ball from Maniapoto down to Hughes.
Yeah, beautiful outlet, and then they're going to work the pocket once again. Maniapoto's having a terrific tournament running the centre bib.
Yeah, he is finding his space, moving from the goal defence, wing defence position through into centre in his later, I guess, under 23 years. But fantastic movement that Maniapoto has.
Yeah, getting a bit lazy there at the line, Cam Hughes. Really need to drive out early. The ball was always going to come.
South Australia bringing the ball through the court now. Hay with the drive just to get off the body. And Hamilton found on the baseline drive. Great shot.
Really smart move by Sampson then, working his body to make sure the flyer and Comans couldn't get up there.
Sampson through to Dutram. And Hamilton just pops into the front space. Pospisil probably needs to stay a little bit more on the body, I think, and work the space a little more.
Yeah, find himself a little bit flat. A slight angle even, if he's going to sit off the body, is fine, just to allow him the vision that he needs.
Yeah, goal for South Australia. Takes them to a 2-goal lead now. Victoria with the centre. Back to Comans, Maniapoto. Great drive from Cam Hughes through the court. I think that's something that Victoria have been great at through the whole championship, is finding the space on the edge of the circle.
Yeah, generally Cam Hughes' timing has become quite good in this tournament, I would say. In the last couple of years, he might have run a little bit more with less purpose and not been sure where he's gone. But majority of his leads are absolutely spot on.
Yeah, ball in for South Australia into Hamilton. Nice, sweet shot for South Australia. Takes it to a 7-5 lead.
South Australia doing everything they can to go, hey, we want to be part of this finals action in 23 and under division.
Oh, what a tip. Great work there from Freddie Taylor. South Australia coming through the court, through Searle onto Sampson. Finding Dutram circle edge. Hamilton draws the penalty, drops the ball there for Sampson to take.
Coman's just getting caught on the body there with the body angle. Bit too obvious the lane. Pushing out for a 3-goal lead once again. It is a bit of a topsy-turvy first quarter. Brilliant pass.
Great drive from
Sampson there, Willie Sampson.
Lilly with the ball over to McLeish. Maniapoto probably just running on top of McLeish a little bit then, but Victoria still in possession. McLeish, great outlet option. Victoria just playing around on the outside of the circle, unable to find an option inside. Great work from South Australia here. The ball over the top to McLeish.
Oh, Lily's got to be careful the way back in then. He went in beautifully, but as he continued that footwork back, he may actually get called for that. Let's keep an eye.
Yeah, South Australia with the centre touch there from Will Urata on the sideline.
I expect Will Sampson to build a bit across this game. He's just coming off best on performance in the Bingham Cup matches from earlier in the tournament with Western Australia, a competition that they play every tournament here now.
Yeah, fantastic initiative through Western Australia and South Australia to recognise one of the legends of our sport. So,
well, great effort there, Popisil, doing everything he can to try and keep that in. That just puts a little bit of pressure through on the South Australians. Looking for the refeed, caught offside.
Penalty there, Comans. Probably not the right option. Allows Sampson to have an easier shot at the post. 4-goal lead now to South Australia.
Victoria need to change up their centre pass structure here. Majority of the time it's coming through Hughes wide, high, and on commentary side.
Yeah.
We need to see variation, use more of the space of the court, create something different. I'd like to see them go through middle a lot more.
Yeah, I've watched them throughout the whole week, and I think that's been a standard structure for them, or where Cam Hughes likes to sit out on taking the centre pass when he is in wing attack. I do think a little bit of a change-up, getting himself back into the centre, would provide some value.
And even looking go through Lily for a couple more, just to see Hughes hit the top of the circle.
South Australia with the ball, sitting with Sampson, trying to find someone, able to flick it back to Freddie Taylor.
Nice little drive through the middle with the give and go.
Yeah. Hamilton draws the penalty. Hay with the ball outside circle edge, flicks it across to Dutram.
Hay's got to be really careful he doesn't sit on the body when he's on top. Whilst he did draw the contact, it was never the right spot to receive the ball. Clear hard off the circle, maybe back on. That's the pocket ball for him. Just attracting a couple of penalties in the circle here. It's giving the easier shot and an opportunity for the South Australians.
Yeah, fantastic goal line drive from Sampson. Is able to flick it out, flicks it back in, and a nice sweet shot from Sampson, 11-7 to South Australia.
It's got a really nice action to watch.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Really squares up to the post, and then the angle that he's using his arms at is just stunning to watch.
As a goaler, it brings me such joy to watch his shot, actually. Some shots, it's just very technically great to watch.
We take all of these small opportunities to enjoy different technique, different aspects. Obviously, goaling is very technique-based and very individual, but there's something textbook about that action.
Hey, with the ball, Dutram, nice drive there, able to get off the body of Maniapoto. Penalty on Urata.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky there, Dutram, I think. Urata might have creeped in a little bit. However, it was a tough ball to be given when you're stepping through.
Yeah, Hamilton directing play inside the circle, asks for the ball to be put across to Hay. Well, he's confident.
And looked pretty good off the hands.
Yeah.
He was leaning slightly, probably caused that to go to the side. But you're going to give Willie Sampson a chance. He's going to make sure of it.
Yeah, nice little flick pass. That's been a standard play for South Australia as well throughout the week. But, all right, Victoria really struggling to penetrate into the circle as well. The few times the ball's gotten to circle edge, there's just not that option. I wonder whether they're struggling with the South Australian height.
A little bit of me wonders whether they've thought through their setup as goals together, whether they're following the instructions they've actually been told by their coach. Because in this case, I think an option would be, even keeping these positions as is, get Connor Lilly to drive hard into the circle, Brodie McLeish come out on extension, run a slight positional swap in that goal third.
So, with the ball, Connor Lilly, easy penalty giveaway, unfortunately.
Goes for the hunt, Maniapoto, worth it.
So, finds Dutram close to the circle edge. Sampson out on the circle. Comans just a bit of body pressure on the fly there. And Sampson now with the ball. And a great shot.
So many defenders allow a goaler on the refeed to step back into the circle, step up early, put the pressure in behind them. They can't get an easy refeed then. Make sure they've had to turn around. Yeah,
turnover from South Australia. Victoria now moving through the court through Lilly. McLeish outside of the circle, hits Hughes, but not an option inside the circle once again for Victoria. Having to flick back, it's been a standard through this one, not able to find space inside the circle. Maniapoto into McLeish, swing across the circle, hold from Lilly, but
the flight on the ball wasn't quite right. The ball was absolutely there.
The contact on Tristan Comans turns the ball over now for South Australia. Great ball and release, quick fly from SA down into the circle. Sits with Sampson. What a shot as well. South Australia 14 goals to 8.
Need some more variation over the shot at the moment, Victorians. It's very much one defender's staying with hands over and the other defender's a jumper. Let's see some variety. Let's see a little bit of fake over it. Let's see some double jumps. Got to try something different.
Yeah. South Australia caused the turnover there with some smart play by Victoria, just unable to finish it off. But
Comans needs to stop being at that transverse line for that hunt. It's allowing Sampson to just run free through the court. Bit more tight one-on-one pressure, really make him work, especially from that centre line through to the top of the circle.
Yeah, Hamilton now with the goal for South Australia. It's 15 goals to 8 and centre pass to come. SA looking to move the ball through the court. I'd like to see Saxon Hay with a stronger drive there to be an option.
Yeah, considering his pedigree, I'd be expecting him to do a little bit more in that wing attack bib. Really should be the dominant driver.
Yeah, better movement from Victoria there. Outlet ball straight into the circle. McLeish, mid-range shot, and does dribble that one through. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Maniapoto.
Timely turnover for Victorians, wanting to peg back this lead. This gives them an opportunity to go back to 5 at the quarter break. As I say that, just unable to get the hands there, Maniapoto.
Yeah, swing ball. It's a nice swing ball, easy. That should be taken in by Maniapoto. He's a senior player of this team, and he should be drilling that one in. But
a senior player moment is just there. That's that experience. Anthony Maniapoto going, I am going to get this back myself.
Yeah, correct. Great follow-up there from Brody McLeish there as well. Does draw the penalty, has the shot.
Beautiful
and
finish.
Puts that ball through for Victoria to round out this first quarter. Look, first quarter over, done and dusted. South Australia will be quite happy with what it is they've put onto the court. It is 15 goals to 10. We'll see you back for the second in just a moment. AMMNA Championship 2023, proudly supported by Bladen WA, Great Temptations Sweet Treats, Spud Shed, West Coast Fever, and Netball WA. Welcome back to this under-23s game on day 5 of the AMMNA Championships from Perth. Matthew Blomley joining me here in commentary. I am Dan Cook. And well, we're witnessing first versus third currently on the ladder. And it is third in the lead, 15 goals to 10. A fantastic start for South Australia. Matt, take us through the first quarter.
South Australia really found post beautifully through both Sampson and Hamilton. Hamilton doing the workload early. Sampson then picking it up. It was great pressure applied by them as well. They're the ones getting the turnover and converting. Victoria just struggling from the transverse line through to the top of the circle. I have no doubt that Coach Craig Moore would have had some words about how to clean that up.
Yeah, now South Australia happy with the start to this one. And Hay with the ball on the outside of the circle. And able to find Sampson here. And a block. Tristan Comans up on the fly, able to put a stop to that shot.
And that's what you want to see from Comans, is genuine pressure over the shot. He can fly, but he can also do the groundwork. Hands of Hay getting in there. Got to pull that in. Oh, no, change the mind. saying that it did come off Yulita
Yeah,
as the second one, which I think was actually the right call.
yeah, hands in there from Hay, but it caused the turnover, and South Australia now on the flight through Dutram, who's able to find Hay on the circle edge. Hamilton in the front spot, but not the ball not able to be delivered. Swings the ball.
Oh, Pospisil unlucky there. He read it so early, got beautiful hands to it.
And great work from Hamilton to chase up the shot.
Dutram just struggling with some cramp already by the looks of it on that hit. It was such a strong attempt by Pospisil.
And a goal there for South Australia. 16-10 now, lead out to 6. Cam Hughes out on the sideline once again.
Familiar space for him.
Lilly, great drive up through the centre. McLeish in through the middle of the court as well in the circle. Draws the penalty on Searle. Flick pass. Great stop there from Ashworth. Now Lilly with the shot.
These are the moments and opportunities that you've got to turn to post and back your shot. Stand up, stop trying to do this little tricky close pass. The hands are getting in there. Put the shot up, that takes those hands away. Then the pass will be back on.
Yeah, definitely need to agree with that as well. Lilly with the shot.
The other thing I'd like to see, if they're going to do the little flick pass, is a bit more upright. Getting a bit of a lean there from McLeish. If he stays upright a bit longer, that pass is probably a bit safer.
Yeah, I think that comes at, you also got to look at the height difference maybe between Lilly and McLeish against the two South Australian defenders as well, which means that the defenders have the longer arms as well. So really using that body to catch yourself and protect the space instead of being hunched over is great. And
that was a great work by Comans. Really one-on-one pressure that caused that contact on Hamilton. Begging for someone to come down the court though.
Yeah, also like to see him maybe stay steady with his feet and footwork when you've caught the ball instead of that half dribble step almost as well.
It puts you into a very precarious position when you're in that dribble step.
Yeah. Comans now with the ball back to Urata. Nothing on offer for Lilly.
People are not driving with purpose at the moment. People through the mid-court are going, I'm making a lead, but I'm just going to go about it. Those last two steps are the most crucial in any leads. Much better than by Lilly.
Yeah, it is a little cruisy for Victoria for my liking at the moment as well, but the goal circle looks a little stronger this quarter. Looks like maybe Craig Moore had a bit of a word during that.
And
that
being the very
time.
experienced goaler and creative goaler that he was himself, you'd expect him to have delivered some stern messages there.
Yeah, Victorian centre pass, Hughes through the middle, but unable to take that ball in.
I did like that as a setup, much better though, looking to drive back middle.
Yeah, I think it's hard to find him if he's not on a strong drive with an angle. When you curve it into the space, it's hard to deliver that ball off the centre. Sampson with the ball into Hay. South Australia, great movement through the court.
Did well to rip that one in.
That's right, and a nice shot there from Sampson as well. 17-12, the scoreline. SA with the ball. Maniapoto coming through.
You know what? He took that angle really well. It was just maybe unfortunate, a bit of the legs got collected up and stronger body, but the angle he was taking was absolutely terrific.
Sampson now in and out. Almost a triple play. Comans now in the front space. But Hamilton pops through into the front. Great offer.
I really want to see these Vic defenders working their butts off to get around that. Even as soon as you see the refeed, to get around before that. They're not turning looking post. Put some thread in, force the ball up in the air. You've got flyers there.
Yeah, Victoria in the pocket now. Swing it back to Maniapoto at the top of the circle. McLeish working the 1-2. Ashworth now called for the penalty. It's probably one that the coach doesn't want to have with a missed shot happening. McLeish, though, unable to put it through. And
yeah, McLeish, it's pretty rare for him to miss two in a row, especially given the second opportunity on a penalty. This is a nice moment for him to just take a breath, relax. That little chase just gives him some time. Yeah,
Lilly put that flick shot up, was able to draw the penalty by jumping back onto the court, getting himself on court grounded from the umpire. And now Victoria down 13-18. Great drive up through the middle of the court, strong onto the ball from Sampson.
Yeah, Comans trying to do the good groundwork on Sampson there. Unfortunate with the call, but that's what we want to see, him grinding Sampson down.
Yeah, Hay finding circle edge now, swinging the ball South Australia
And this
across.
should be a refit. No, mid-range, good look. That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, sweet shot from Sampson. He is confident this morning. Worked his way into the championship now, able to put the ball through the ring. Will Urata with the ball. And a tap from Saxon Hay.
Too busy running away from the ball, every attacker then. Drive, punch, want it. Coleman saying, this is mine. He's the leader of this team, doing what he can to try and make sure they're getting back in the action.
Yeah, Lily high with this ball, but sends it down to Maniapoto all the way down in the pocket. McLeish now with the shot. Sends it over the back of the goal ring. South Australia now in possession of the ball across to Freddie Taylor. Great drive there from Jacob Searle. Sampson finds Hayes circle edge.
Comans, you've gone into space to sit off. You've got to then find the body immediately. No man's land at the moment.
And Coleman's out of play, missed shot, not paying attention. Sampson gets the easy rebound, puts the ball through the ring. 7 goals now to SA.
Yeah, South Australia once again in control of this quarter. They're the ones dictating what's going on. Victoria, they're not doing any form of dictation on court. They are reacting, they're chasing.
And swing across the circle from Hamilton. Dutram with the ball finds Hay at the top of the circle, and a great pop from Deacon Hamilton. Has the shot, not able to put it through. Rebound for Pospisil.
That was terrific goalless separation there. Sampson took the goal line, would have been open had the pop not come, but just the timing. Terrific South Australia.
Yeah, movement across the circle. Maniapoto looks to thread the needle into Lily, but too much on it. The ball spills over the goal line, and now South Australia with the ball. Ashworth able to flick it across to Dutram. What a great drive from Hay, finding himself down in the pocket, clear of space.
You get a turnover occur, you've got to be straight back into that defence. Otherwise, the ball's moving down far too quickly. Maniapoto always there when you need him.
Yeah, read that drive well. Cam Hughes not able to find a good space, though, now finding himself in the pocket. McLeish in the front spot.
And that's a lovely angle.
It is, but not trusting the shot at the moment. A couple of misses this quarter. There we go, puts the ball through the ring. Back to 6 now.
McLeish is much better when he just goes with his action. No need to hesitate. You might get blocked every now and then, as you know. If you just get straight on with it, that's the worst thing for a defender.
Oh, correct. Look, you get taught when you throw the ball, if you throw the ball into it and you do it wrong, you don't change your action, you don't change anything. It's the same thing with a shot, block shot, miss shot. You still got to make sure that you're doing the right things at the right time, whatever it is that you've practiced, the multiple goals, the multiple times you've thrown the ball.
Just have a look at that position again at Coleman. He's just sunk to the top of the circle, which is fine if you're going to work a spatial defence. But then you've got to make a decision where you're going. You can't just then sag in the circle, especially with a William Sampson out the front. He's doing far too much work.
Yeah, so look, Victoria not playing crisp netball at the moment. The ball sitting much on the sideline, swinging the ball across the court. We see the turnover there, touch from South Australia across the court. Ball coming off Maniapoto. Now Searle with the ball moving through the middle. Hay, Freddie Taylor, great drive opening up for South Australia.
Really long lead there, Hay, and circle back around. Just shorten that up, buddy.
Ball with Sampson. Now finding Hay on circle edge. Gives it off to Deacon Hamilton.
Should not be getting 2 refeeds that easily without at least someone attempting around the body. A little bit more talk in that circle help, but South Australia timing that beautifully.
Yeah, nice work from South Australia. The game is now back out to 7 goals. Sampson back to Searle. Sends it down to Hay. Now that drive really flat. Matthew straight up the sideline, really hard to find.
Yeah, when you're looking over hands, and Hayes not taller than many of the players down there, got to use an angle, but preferably off the sideline.
Yeah, it's not an easy ball to find, especially when you're going straight down there. There's not a lot of space for you to be able to correct where that ball's gone, so anything that's not perfect is really hard. Or footwork call on Maniapoto.
Just being told, drag that back foot as he goes through. Need to get the turnover once again, Victoria. South Australia with the long one. Once again through Sampson. 1-on-1 pressure needed on him.
And Sampson
No one chasing up a loose ball. Stop waiting for a call.
Yeah,
South Australia were even hesitating there. It was fortunate that Hamilton was all over it, managed to keep it in.
Yeah, a little bit of a gap in mindset almost for everyone on the court. The ball just kind of sat there and waited.
Hamilton was the only player who went, you know what, I'm going to make sure this stays in, even if he thought it was already out of court. And that's a determination you need to see.
And great contest from Taylor. Maniapoto lets the ball slip, probably bracing for the body without catching the ball.
Yeah, he's a bit angry with himself there, Maniapoto. That said, no one else further up the court was driving. That created that long ball, was the only opportunity, and it was always going to be a pressure ball.
Yeah, Taylor now with the ball. Hay swings the ball across. Great little set structure here from South Australia. Able to find Hamilton now, mid-range shot. Puts the ball through the ring. 23 goals to 15. 3 minutes to go in the first half. It is day 5 of the AMMNA 2023 Championship.
Just got caught there, Hughes, not given the first option, trying for a better centering option. In moments like this, just go short, sharp, return to basic game plan.
Yeah,
execute the basics before you're worrying about getting too fancy. And the body language here is such a tale of this match. The shoulders are down a little bit for Victorian. South Australians are standing quite upright. You can see that they're taking these opportunities and enjoying it.
Well, it's do or die for them, really. Playing first and second today. You know, they've got to win one of these games to still really have a shot at making the top 4. But take out a scalp of Victoria or Western Australia today and, you know, they'll be dangerous come finals time. So something for them to really think about. Great movement across the circle. Hamilton, great goal line drive. Puts the ball up, sinks that one now, taking the margin out to 10 for South Australia. We see a change as well. Glasbrook coming on into goal defence there for Searle. Now Maniapoto finds Lilly through the middle of the circle, not wanting to take the shot, swings the ball, cross to Hughes, finding McLeish. McLeish now.
Just a little bit short on that first one.
Ashworth with the rebound, ball with Glasbrook. South Australia looking to bring the ball through the court. Dutram finding Hay right down in the pocket. Great outlet ball. Sampson and Hay playing between themselves. South Australia swing the ball. Dutram not able to keep control now. And the ball goes to Victoria.
Still a minute and a half to go in this quarter. This is about playing a solid final 90 seconds, then resetting at the halftime break. South Australia in absolute control of this match. Beautiful long ball, but we're still seeing players going from behind.
Yeah, look, sitting in behind there, but it's also, once you let the ball go, you've got to get yourself into the next pass and being ready for it. And at the moment, Victoria just sending the ball and watching, standing, waiting.
Looking at this match, if we're relying on the backspace as any attacker, it's always a difficult ball. You're driving at it, you're commanding it, everyone knows you want it. Lilly, sinking the shot, bit angry, so needs to get a bit fired up in there.
Yeah, 9 goals of difference, final minute of the second quarter, and Comans saw it coming, but also was aware that he was going to take out body only of Dutram.
He did everything he could to save Dutram from dying there.
Now Hamilton just easy on that penalty. Able to find the space, puts that ball through the ring. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Victoria swing the ball backwards, but the ball from Comans.
Manages to keep it in.
Lilly, just that flick pass. McLeish almost decided to flick it into Lilly, but does put the shot up.
And that was a struggled pass because we're going cross court, wide, over. Drive through the middle, please.
Yeah, 10 seconds left.
That is better pressure there, Comans. Just got caught slightly on the body, but I love that he actually had a hunt for that one.
And South Australia, lucky they're able to score the final goal in a rush. Now, well, I think South Australia will be massively happy with the start against the top of the table Victorians. Going into halftime, South Australia lead 27-17.
Having a pretty good season this year, Andy.
By the look of this lot, you are too.
Well, we've got a good team out in the field. You want to go meet them?
Sure. So what do you grow here?
We've got broccolis, collies over there, carrots, you name it. We harvest it today, catch. And it's in the stores tomorrow.
So you guys are the midfielders of the fruit and veg.
At Spot Shed, we grow it.
We sell it, you save.
Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au. Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au.
Victorian state teams proudly supported by DMAC Apparel, Metro Plumber, Inspire Netball Group, VMMNA Junior M League. Metro Plumber, 40 years experience, northern and western suburbs of Melbourne, for all your general domestic plumbing needs. Proud supporter of the Victorian Under-23 men's team and VMMNA. Contact Mark on 0417 786 398 and he'll help you out. Welcome back to the 2023 AMMNA Championships. This is day 5. We're currently watching South Australia and Victoria in the 23 and under men's division. It is the final day of round robin play and all on the line realistically for South Australia, and they have sure come out to play. Victoria currently sitting top of the ladder. South Australia in third, but South Australia 10-goal lead, Matthew.
South Australia are absolutely in control of that first half. Victoria did not look like they were switched on very often. Not sticking to systems, not putting their usual defensive pressure on, but South Australia, geez, they look good, especially in that goal circle.
Oh, look, I think South Australia in their front end look fantastic and just able to do what it is. The height as well from South Australia really giving Victoria some issues in their free flow of play. And I think that's causing some drama for them. Now, Victoria with the centre pass for us to start this second half, and a couple of changes for Victoria as well as we move in, looking to make some changes, reel that lead back in.
Yeah, so Victoria's brought Tom Fisher on into the goal shooter bib. Him and Connor Lilly have played together in the 20s last year in goaling combination. Brodie McLeish moves out to wing attack. We've also seen defensive changes with Riley Owen in wing defence and Cal Baird, the absolute workhorse at goal defence.
Yeah, fan of Cam Baird, I think, has done all the work between last year's Nationals and this year's Nationals to come out a bigger, better, stronger player. We see Baird now with the ball for Victoria as they get the turnover. Fisher on the drive on the outside.
And already we're starting to see a bit more punch through. There was clear instructions given at that halftime. Lily just edging out, but Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher, great rebound there, able to slot that one through the ring. Margin back to 8 now. Victoria centre pass. Lily on the drive, straight through the middle of the court as well. Maniapoto now down through the sideline. No one in the circle available. Maniapoto swings the ball across the court. Lily across to Maniapoto.
Much better sweep there from Connor Lilly.
Yeah, 1-2 from Lily, unfortunately for him. Tip was given to the ball. Well done, South Australia. Great work on the outside of the circle from Taylor. And now South Australia create the turnover. Coming through now, Taylor not able to keep hold of the ball.
And if you notice, South Australia ran something slightly different there. As we see an amazing ball into post. Oh, fantastic vision and opening. But as I was saying with South Australia, we saw Hay actually come up high, which he hasn't done a lot. Sampson just sat back. They've run a more traditional wing attack, goal attack setup on that occasion.
Yeah. Hamilton now with the ball outside. Hay in the front space. Great drive from Sampson along the goal line. Baird out on an obstruction call, and Sampson puts the ball through the ring.
And that's their first after 3 from Victoria unanswered.
Yeah, Maniapoto across the circle, or across over to McLeish now in wing attack.
A lot of cross-court ball again. Want to see what we saw in that first minute or so. Fighting, contesting for that ball at the line.
Yeah, flat drive from Maniapoto really allowed Taylor to come across with him and take possession. Hay all alone, circle edge.
Oh, rush shot that works.
Yeah, not sure what to do with it, Deacon Hamilton, but does turn, put the shot up, dribbles it over the front of the goal ring now.
Just a moment's breather as the ball runs away from the court.
Yeah, Dutram with the ball at the centre pass. Sampson out, uncontested. And Pospisil, takes Dutram's hands. Let's hope that he's okay. Does look to be breathing all right, so... Yeah, and straight into a warning from the umpire.
That's a really tough call.
Yeah.
He was committed to the air. A caution, absolutely needed. Just saying, look, that was slightly late. He attempted to resurrect what was going on there. There was nothing malice about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely acknowledge the late call.
Definitely, I think the same there. But, keeping control of the game, umpires here this week, fantastic. Now, Fisher, quick 1-2. Inside the circle, has the shot, and sweet shot from Tom Fisher. That'll give him some confidence as well. Slaps the hands of Connor Lilly. Hay out on centre pass for South Australia. Sampson, cross court. Maniapoto circle edge.
Oh, nearly beautifully kept in.
Right, so offside call or an out of court?
Looks like the out of court. This will be interesting to see how Pospisil reacts after. It can be quite intimidating even if you've accidentally taken out a player, it can throw you off your game a little bit as well. Similarly, Dutram, get in.
Offside call.
It's one that not all of the players are aware of, that you still can't step across on the throw-in to the offside area.
That imaginary line that's not there, the umpire's going to tell you that, unfortunately, you're not allowed in that space. Now Victoria down, flying through the court. McLeish sends it back to Baird. Now Maniapoto onto circle edge. And 1-2. Connor Lilly along the goal line finds Fisher. Great play, Matthew.
Fantastic play. Interesting footwork, though. I think Fish may have just taken it whilst he was still in the air.
Well, the umpire doesn't get called.
It would have been a tough one to pick up, to be fair. It was timed so beautifully.
Yeah, ball now sitting with Tom Fisher. Confident shot there from Tom Fisher now, bringing the margin back to 7. South Australia with the centre, Saxon Hay out easy. Look, I haven't seen anyone on Saxon Hay a lot of this game, Matthew.
No, there needs to be tight one-on-one defence. I'll just be grinding him. I wouldn't be worried about any intercept around him. Yeah. No floating. Your job as a wing defence is just let him not touch the ball. Yeah. You don't need to have touched the ball at any point in that quarter, as long as your wing attack has rarely touched it.
Yeah, I'd say probably 80% of the centre passes going to Hay uncontested for South Australia, and that allows for them to set up really nice structure, uncontested, but it's also not going to provide him with a lot of workload.
Maybe work something different at that line. Take some pressure off yourselves if you're not able to keep up in the one-on-one. Run something like a wall. Run a defensive line coming down.
Yeah, Victoria now with the goal after the turnover. McLeish out on the centre pass, finds Fisher on the drive. Victoria looking cleaner in their front end to start this third quarter, and Freddie Taylor just with a bit of a push on Maniapoto.
Tom Fisher is looking really cool, calm. He's coming out of the circle, just waiting for an option to come to him. Not looking like he's rushing it. Really tough long ball back, though.
But that comes from not there being an option on the outside of the circle. What else is it that you're there to do? But now Lily, inside the circle, takes some responsibility, but
got to get back on defence straight away.
And Lily just pushing Glasbrook there in the back.
Caught off balance on his shot. He was on the right foot, off balance to the right. Just couldn't get through the flow of his action.
Dutram now with the ball. Finds Sampson straight up through the middle of the court. Strong bodies from Victoria to stop the defensive movement here for South Australia.
It takes a bit to move Maniapoto. And he's not someone who just plays for things either. So
right. Great positioning from Sampson. Now, just to get that easy front ball, probably not the work rate of the defensive pressure and footwork around the edge to stop him from getting the ball.
That was crucial for Victoria. That was a chance to go 5 in a row, which helps extend the lead, absolutely. Now, South Australia got the opportunity to go 2 back.
Yeah, for sure. Great movement here from Deacon Hamilton. Draws the penalty now with the shot or missed shot, and Pospisil.
Yeah, he was off balance on a rare time, that one. Again, off to the left. That's what saw that one move there. Victoria need to capitalise, looking for someone to drive.
Yeah, Owen now swings the ball across to McLeish. McLeish looks great vision into finding Lily at the top of the circle.
This is what you want to see from a wing attack as well, is I'm looking immediately to the circle, then what's my option?
Yeah, definitely. And the difference is now moving the ball through the middle of the court means that we're not sitting in the sidelines all the time having to try and find a space. It's really opened up this change from Craig Moore.
And I don't mind the closed circle action either. It means that someone has to punch out, and it opens up that mid-court to have that middle space. Connor Lilly, unfortunate not to sink that shot. I'd love to see so many goalers, rather than try and put up that shot, is offload. It's a tough shot. Yes, it looks amazing when it goes in, but that offload is a more secure shot.
And offside to be reset for Victoria now. And Lily with the beautiful hold, able to keep Searle out, now draws the penalty on Searle.
And he sat in that just that little bit longer than he did earlier in the match.
Yeah, creates the time and the space for the ball to be put into, makes that easier. Saxon Hay now out on the drive for South Australia, finding Sampson down in the pocket. Dutram. Hamilton out on the lead. Dutram finding circle edge and getting in front of Maniapoto. That's a hard job to be able to do.
And Hay doing well to stay on side. He's moved around slightly off foot.
Now Sampson gets ball, nice space.
Ooh,
Penalty.
Unfortunate penalty there from Baird, but
Yeah.
Sampson shouldn't miss the second.
Yeah, allow Sampson to retake the shot. Not something you really want the defenders to be able to do, is to give away that obstruction penalty. It's easy just to allow the defender to retake the goaler to retake that shot on a missed opportunity.
Beautiful
Drive.
goal line drive from Fish.
Tom Fisher there. Drive one side of the circle through to the other. Now South Australia with the ball. So
McLeish making it up to himself to go, hey, I'm going to increase this pressure through the midcourt. Love to see it.
Yep.
But South Australia, another opportunity.
Yeah, Hamilton draws the penalty on Pospisil, but cannot put the ball through the ring.
That's been a rare miss from him,
Yeah,
even from range.
Yeah, that's right. And now Pospisil told to retake the penalty in the right space. Great outlet ball down into Maniapoto. Baird through on the drive. McLeish, quick 1-2, no. Finds Maniapoto, swings out to McLeish, who lets the ball go in a nice hold for Connor Lilly.
That was beautiful timing from the Victorians. Baird may not have given it, but the 1-2 by McLeish. McLeish kept going with that drive. That's a good lesson for those watching at home. Maniapoto also filled the gap at the exact right time.
Yeah, sitting back, waiting, making sure he's aware, though at this time not there. But it opens up for McLeish, who finds Tom Fisher all alone under the post. Now South Australia only with a 3-goal lead. Victoria, fantastic quarter from them now. We've got 4 minutes to go. Saxon Hay tumbles out over on the centre pass. Taylor into Hamilton out on the drive through the top of the circle. Maniapoto gets hand to ball, but pulled in through Dutram. And constant tap, an offside call will help South Australia retain possession now. Important opportunity for South Australia as the towel has been asked for. Matt, South Australia really need to make possession of this one.
Absolutely. South Australia allowed Victoria to get a few run-ons, get their own passage at a time. Their defensive pressure has dropped off that little bit. They missed a couple of shots. It's really important to be sinking this one. This is a good breather moment, though. Tactically, even though it hasn't been done for that reason, getting the towel white for a moment can be just enough to help reset.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there as well. But sitting back with Taylor, South Australia needed to reset. But a bounce pass from Dutram makes it hard for Sampson to retain possession. And now Victoria moving through the court. Drive from Callum Baird. Swings the ball across to Maniapoto. Like to see him stand up straight, Matt, just to deliver the next ball instead of sitting down the bottom. But Lily.
Yeah, getting very low. It means you miss options if you're low. It really narrows it down. But Tom Fisher has really come to play in this quarter since the changes happened. Stood
up in this quarter for Victoria. Maniapoto, flick pass, however, not finding his own player. South Australia now with possession. Great drive from Hay to find the front space. Flicked back into Deacon Hamilton, drawing the penalty on Flynn Pospisil.
Hamilton just takes a breath. Not quite able to pull it in.
Yeah, lost some range now, Hamilton, in the goal circle.
But you can see some of this intensity from Victoria is picked up, and that's come a lot through Callum Baird. You can see how hard he's driving out of defence. That's making South Australia work even harder as their attackers. That's what's making them a little bit tired down there, and that's what's putting the shot off.
Yeah, interesting change here for South Australia. Glasbrook back onto the court in wing defence, which means that Freddie Taylor goes to the bench, but he jumps back on the court in at goal shooter. Classic movement from a wing defence into the goal circle.
I love a wing defence moving to goals. We have seen it quite often across various games and tournaments. We've both done it ourselves. And it is something to withhold, and I look forward to it. But maybe also going for a bit of a taller option through the defensive end just to create a bit more hands and a bit more of a moving circle now.
Yeah. Now, back to 1 goal for Victoria. That is reeling this margin in. It's a 9 goals up during this quarter now. 2 minutes to go. Glasbrook with the ball. Dutram on the circle edge. Finds Freddie Taylor. Great hold. Yeah, fantastic hold there from Taylor, who puts the ball through for South Australia. Victoria now with the centre. Swings it across to Riley Owen. Finds Connor Lilly, who's just able to find Fisher in the back space. Sinking the ball for Victoria. Brings it back to 1.
Never allowed Fisher to find his range, and he is so good when he's got confidence there.
Yeah, Hay now finding Taylor.
Taylor just struggled on the body a little bit there. Bit of a stronger body against Popisil. Baird, beautiful jump. That is a crucial goal for South Australia.
Yeah, definitely under pressure. Be the man that I'd be wanting to get the ball to as well at the moment for South Australia. Now, margin back to 2. Callum Baird swings the ball quickly. Bit of an early drive from Fisher, and Ashworth able to get hands.
Victoria need to be patient in this last minute. It's not about winning the game yet. You have a look at it and you go, we've actually pegged back this many goals already.
Yeah, Ashworth with the turnover, but then unfortunately throws the ball away to Victoria. Fisher finds himself inside the goal circle, scoring the goal. Now, South Australia really need to convert this final centre pass.
This is something like his 10th or 11th goal there, Fisher, for the quarter. That shows what a dominant display has happened and what a difference that goal circle's made.
Yeah, Dutram across to Taylor, finding Hay, circle edge. And now Taylor drawing the penalty on Flynn Pospisil. Shot on goal, misses there, and a rebound from Callum Baird. Victoria now moving the ball through the court. Just 10 seconds to go. Maniapoto with the ball. No urgency from Victoria. McLeish sends that into the goal circle, finds Fisher, flicks it off to Lilly. And no, not able to find the ring in time before the buzzer went.
Lilly's a little bit annoyed at himself. He shouldn't be for that one. That doesn't matter that they didn't get that shot. What they did do was control that ball down. All of a sudden, the score is 34-33. It was not that just before.
No, Victoria with a 9-goal win in that quarter, really making a match of this one. Join us for a cracking final term of this under-23s match in just a moment. AMMNA Championships 2023, proudly supported by Bladen WA, Great Temptation Sweet Treats, Spud Shed, West Coast Fever, Netball WA. And welcome back to the AMMNA 2023 National Championships. We are here watching a fantastic one-goal game between South Australia and Victoria in the men's under-23s division. Matthew Blomley, what a quarter for Victoria.
This is a game of two halves so far. It's such a cliche in sport, but my gosh, South Australia were the ones absolutely in control of the first half. Victoria stepped it up, and it was hard for South Australia. They got a little bit tired. They started missing some shots that they weren't missing early, but they come out with purpose for this fourth quarter.
Yeah, great quick turnover there for South Australia. McLeish, though, says, no, I want that ball back. Riley Owen, bit of a fumble, but still able to retain possession. Callum Baird.
Played it before he had it. That's there
right.
for a moment there.
Spent the ball before you take the ball.
That's not something I'd often say about him. Just switched off for a briefest of moments.
Hay now with the ball. Callum Baird through on the drive with Sampson. Look, one goal, the margin. South Australia, lots to play for today for them during round robin competition. A spot in the final four. Seeing what it is that they can put out with this one goal margin against Victoria, top of the table.
And a great opportunity for them to experience true finals netball here at the Australian Championships.
Taylor able to block himself out, finding great space under the post on the stretch. And sinks the goal for South Australia. Now South Australian centre pass converting the Victorian centre. Sampson now finding Hay. Look for Hay to stand up in this final quarter for South Australia. I think if they're to get over the line, he's going to have to maintain a steady impact.
Yeah, with his experience at the international level now, he's the player you want to be working through. Having moved to the centre bib as well, they'll be looking for him to help drive it through the court.
Yeah, interesting to see this contest between him and Maniapoto. I'm expecting that to be somewhere where this game might be won.
Yeah, absolutely. With these two players, Maniapoto very experienced in this division.
Sampson, great shot there for South Australia. Victoria now with the centre, finds McLeish down the sideline, swinging all the way across the court. Connor Lilly back to Baird. McLeish circle edge, who finds Tom Fisher just all alone by himself under the post. Lilly.
It might have been helped a little bit, being found by the post, the fact that Lilly found himself off foot and a little bit of a slip and slide.
South Australia with the ball out to Dutram. Does well to keep that ball in possession. Hay back to Glasbrook. South Australia all on top of each other at the moment. Now Hay finding some space. Great work from Sampson to block Baird. And goal scored by Sampson. He's been fantastic today, Matt.
We started going a little bit quiet for periods of that third quarter, but my gosh, he was terrific for that first half. And he's going to be someone they need in this quarter. His shooting percentage is very high. He finds himself in the circle easily. Let's look for another dominant display.
Yeah, Maniapoto just lost a shoe there for the slight delay in the play, but Connor Lilly with the smart drive, able for Maniapoto to find him in through the middle of the circle. And now margin back to 2 goals here. 3 minutes down in the final term of this round 9 clash in the round robin stages of the AMMNA 2023 National Championships. All on the line for South Australia. Sampson hits the back of the rim. Sinks the goal.
Very lucky on that one. He knows it as well. Just having a little bit of a smile.
Owen puts the ball up over Hay. Lilly now with the ball. Swings it cross. Fisher, goal line drive. Ashworth out of play on the contact. Fisher not able to put it through, but Lilly, strong rebound.
I love the fact that Fish went to post on that one as well. Very easy for the taller player to just put it down. The other goaler, but confidence in his teammate to rebound if needed.
Yeah, South Australia now in possession. Ball back to Glasbrook. Connor Lilly called for the hack penalty.
Now, whilst it's still a 2-goal margin, we're going to remember that South Australia were out to a 10-goal margin at half-time. 10 goals. Now it's only 2.
Yeah, lots of pressure on them. Riley Owen, no. Contact penalty.
The right hand was good, left hand was too busy pushing.
Now Dutram with the ball for South Australia. Nothing on offer inside the circle. Cam Baird, Flynn Pospisil doing a great job in delaying the entry for the South Australian goal circle.
There'd been terrific defence and pressure. Almost seen a hell ball on the play before that.
Yeah, sweet shot here from Sampson. Now taking that goal margin out to 3 for South Australia. Victorian centre as they move the ball through the middle of the court from Baird. Great vision to see Lilly down near the pocket, and he no-look pass into Fisher. Footwork call on Fisher. Looks like it was a bit of a drag. Matthew.
Yeah, potentially that right foot just having a little bit of a slide. There's a tough ball given over to try and rip in like that. Need to start working angles again, Victoria, but great opportunity here, South Australia.
Yeah,
step up on the refeed.
Yeah, I'd like to see both benches get a little bit more involved in this game now. There's a lot on the line for one of the teams. So,
if you're South Australia, you are leading.
yeah.
Get up and about. Take Victoria's action out of the game. Acknowledge every time you get a turnover. Acknowledge every great play. Sometimes netball can be as psychological with the cheering as it can be with the actual play that's going on.
Yeah, Maniapoto, too long a drive. Saxon Hay able to stay with him. Tips the ball out of court for now Victoria.
Just missing a little bit of the punch they had in that last quarter. Go back to what you were doing. It was working. South Australia's defensive effort hasn't changed there.
No, leads are longer for me, and really need to shorten it up. Look to post. What it is that you can find. Great defensive pressure from the split circle of the Dragons. Connor Lilly enters the circle. Penalty now on Ashworth. Tom Fisher just needs to stay tall and interesting.
Lilly needs to look at that shot. It is obvious to every single person he wants to give that as a pass. At least stay in your action on that step around, and then you can do the quick hands.
Yeah. Now Tom Fisher with the ball, drawing the penalty for Victoria, sinks that goal. Now South Australia with the centre to come.
And I will give a shout out to Connor Lilly. He came and helped out for a second half of a match of commentary the other day, the 17th match, and he did a terrific job for his first ever commentary gig.
Yeah, not an easy role to play, especially when you're here for a match as well. And a caution here on Riley Owen from the umpire. Maybe just looking to keep some control and wanting to keep the body out of the game.
I think they're definitely doing their best for the game management aspect. One thing you've always got to be aware of, though, is different sized bodies does not equal anything that's late or physical. Sometimes some people are just a little bit stronger.
Yeah, Sampson and Taylor working well together, drawing the penalty. Sampson takes the shot, sinks it for South Australia. Nearly midway through this final term, South Australia lots to play for, up by 3 against top of the table Victoria. McLeish up through the middle, finding Maniapoto, and now Lilly with the ball. Nothing on option down the court. Now McLeish towards the circle edge. Lilly just sitting on the outside and drops the ball over. South Australia pick it up now through the court. Sampson, Glasbrook, Jacob Searle finding Sampson. Great pull in there. Dutram probably a little early.
Almost keeping that one in, Riley. It is tough to see from our commentary position, but that is the effort you're wanting to see defensively, is chasing every ball down, hands over pressure.
Yeah, Dutram finding it back to Searle. Saxon Hay taking control, but does not find a South Australian hand. Picks up his own crumbs, though. Draws a penalty. Yeah. Sampson.
It's a tough little call. Owen's got to be careful with his timing here now. He's just drawn a couple of ones in a row. That one looked like it came in slightly late as well, even though it didn't look as bad. Umpire's got his attention.
Sampson now, just with the first miss in a little while. Unfortunately, they're not able to keep it and put it through the ring, and Victoria now moving the ball through the court.
Got to go with purpose if you're a Victorian. South Australia doing very well at clogging up space. A little bit more communication needed to close off that circle, but my gosh, they're putting some pressure on.
Yeah, Fisher doing all the work down that Victorian front end in that last passage of play. Gets the ball, sinks it for Victoria. Margin at 2 for South Australia. Freddie Taylor.
Oh, beautifully done. Sampson just timed it like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, found the right angle, chased the ball down.
That's his 6th for the quarter as well. We said he was going to be the important one. He is doing the absolute share of the workload down there.
Yeah, now Victorian with the centre. Change to come as well. Tristan Comans coming on into goalkeeper for Pospisil, or Baird. Just keeps possession. Hay tries to get a tap on that soft pass, really, from Victoria.
That's all right to make that change with Pospisil and Comans. Fresh legs now, he's had a chance to watch it. Pospisil not really doing anything wrong, but a chance to turn over a little bit more ball here.
Yeah, Lilly uses the post, gets himself closer to the rim now, and South Australia with the centre. Important one for South Australia.
South Australia wanting to keep this margin at that 2-3. Victoria doing everything they can to get it back. Got to lift the pressure, though. Recognise some of these patterns that are playing. South Australia are playing the commentary side quite regularly on the centre pass and second phase.
Yep. All Sampson trying to put the ball out. Hay needs to probably pull that one in a little bit faster or sharper, making sure that they retain possession of the ball. Taylor in the front space, gets himself closer to post, puts it up, puts the ball over the top of Callum Baird now. Takes
nice
the margin
little breath, finish, really patient.
Quick play here from Victoria. Lilly across to McLeish, finding Lilly back in the circle. And Lilly with the shot, or drops it short and doesn't come through. Interesting little set, and has called the penalty there on Connor Lilly. Look, he also fell on the ball as well.
I think it was going to be a tough one for him to get away with anyway. Probably the person to actually take that line was Fisher. They both had sort of front space to it. However, stay balanced on your shot here.
South Australia with the opportunity now to move it out to 4. Sings it back in, but Taylor caught in the back space, and Tristan Comans comes through with the intercept.
And that's why Comans is on there. That's why that change has been made. Have a fly, need those intercepts, he would have been told.
And the ball swinging across. Anthony Maniapoto already down in the pocket, far too long. Saxon Hay able just to delay that ball now with the throw-in for Victoria. And Fisher just throws the ball out. McLeish drives the goal line, finds space, not able to sink the ball under the post. Lilly with the rebound, and a miss as well. Does get a second shot though.
Got to take these opportunities. Yes, under the post ones are tougher. Every goaler will tell you that. But if they're falling short, which they have on multiple occasions, sit back into your action a little bit more, give a little bit more push.
Yeah, Ashworth not happy with himself, not able to pull that ball in. Really important here for South Australia. Up by 2, lots on the line. It's going to be a test for South Australia now. Up by 2, 3.5 minutes to go. Dutram. Sampson stands up, asks for the ball. And now Tristan Comans gives away easy penalty, and Sampson slots it away for South Australia.
Yeah, can't afford to get those easy penalties in the circle. These South Australian goals will sink those shots. Just need the physical pressure, but it's got to be moving feet.
Baird now with the ball, sends it down to McLeish.
Wanting someone to drive forward for him. McLeish trying to make some things happen. There's Maniapoto for it, though.
Maniapoto finds Lilly. Bounce pass in there. Tom Fisher swings the ball out. And a touch from Saxon Hay. No offside call. So a throw in here for Victoria.
Just
right
a little bit of a
edge.
seal there from McLeish would have helped that ball.
Oh, Lilly with a strong hold. Not a lot of space, but it's able to keep it in. Needs to sink this one for Victoria.
And he
Does
does.
so. South Australian centre.
Still 2-goal margin.
Sampson on the drive, no pressure. Glasbrook over to Hay. Nothing on option for South Australia, but drawing the penalty was Dutram.
Tactically, when you start moving up the age groups, this is where you start recognising who the dominant ball handlers are. And something like that opportunity is you'd actually let Glazebrook do a little bit more with it and really, really double and pressure the likes of Hage and Dutram.
Yeah, Hay and finding the circle edge. Work rate from Taylor strong here, but Sampson able to find some space on Comans.
Curious that he didn't go for the shot well within his range, but finds Sampson beautifully.
Now South Australia's bench gets animated with 2 minutes to go finally. Baird now through the middle of the court for Victoria, and Fisher not strong with the options, doesn't stay steady with the feet. Victoria retaining possession, but no options available. Maniapoto. Victoria playing around, and touch from Ashworth. And draws the penalty there for Victoria. Well, it just goes to show, you know, Victoria not agreeing with the call, but the importance of getting strong onto the ball, Matthew.
It was a tough ball to be given. It was a tough angle. What they need to do is go direct. They'd found themselves circle edge, look at just a little simple pop, come together as goalers and go to a basic setup again.
Yeah, South Australia now with the ball. Hay back to Ashworth. Hay taking control through the middle of the court. Great work from him. Now Searle with the ball. Sends it across though and out over the sideline.
As I said before, we're dominant handlers. You let these defenders both do more of the work. All of a sudden, shut down on those attackers. The ball's not coming off.
Yeah, now for Victoria, is there enough time left on the clock? 50 seconds to go. Urgence is needed for Victoria. All on the line and throwing
Fisher
the
pills
ball.
it somehow. Crucial
Fisher.
goal. Got to get it back.
Now here it is, South Australia. Score the goal, you win. SA all on the line with this final centre for them. 30 seconds to go. Victoria need to increase the pressure.
Got to be up on every option here. Connor Lilly, where are you? You need to be there
Glasgow.
earlier.
Yeah. Maniapoto tries to get the intercept now. 20 seconds to go. South Australia, I think, have got this one in the bag.
Well, they do if we don't see someone push up and tight. You cannot let any player run through here. Why is there so much space there? This is
Glasgow.
tight one-on-one moment.
Now with Sampson, and
Beautifully held up by South Australia, though. They've seen clear options. This is superbly done,
Yeah.
South Australia.
South Australia with some animation on the bench as well, but able to come away with the win. And what that does for South Australia is mean that they are certainly now in with a larger shot of making the finals. And I'd be taking this win against Victoria as a bit of a sign that and a bit of a confidence booster moving forwards into that space.
It's absolutely a confidence booster for the Dragons. You saw they had some superb passages of play. They were in absolute control of that first half. Lost the plot in the third quarter, but that fourth quarter was really quite even. They still won that one.
Yeah,
That's an absolute win for them.
For sure.
Not just 2-goal win, it's a overall mental win.
Yeah, being able to withstand the pressure of the changes that the Victorian team made, that will probably result in the Victorian team finishing now in second on the ladder. So interesting things to come in the 23s. Well, everyone at home, I hope you have really enjoyed this contest here between South Australia and Victoria. It was all on the line for South Australia, and well, they came to play today.
Oh, such a good match. Very enjoyable one to call. Well done, South Australia. Deserved winners.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining us today at the 2023 AMMNA Championship. It is the final day of play. So much action to come throughout the rest of the day. Exciting things to come, not just in the 23s, reserves division, mixed division, open men's division. We look forward to everyone joining us throughout the rest of the day. I am Dan Cook. Matthew Blomley, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks, Cookie.
We'll see you shortly.